COOTIES. When little Dave Packer and all the other kids his age first showed up to begin kindergarten together, it was sort of like they were new recruits joining the army. And kindergarten was sort of like a basic training camp, except the teachers were a lot nicer than army drill instructors. After 9 long months together in kindergarten, Dave and the other new recruits were allowed to quiet the army, but only for the summer, because in September they all had to released for first grade, and after first grade they watched third, second grade together, then third, and so on, right through the grades together. A few kids moved away, and a couple of new kids arrived, but Dave and those original kindergarten results stayed together, year after year, and they began to grow up together. And most elementary school, by the time a group got to fifth grade, the boys have stopped thinking that the girls have cooties, and the girls have stopped thinking that all the boys have cooties, and that's the way it should be to outgrow that stuff. For some groups, it's easy. The kids grown up a little bit, and they all learn that everyone's a real person. And some of those persons are boys, and some are girls, and suddenly everyone gets along just fine, person to person. No more cooties. However, some groups of kids cling to those cooties a little too long. The boy avoid the girl, and the girls avoid the boys, and everyone keeps singing cooties everywhere. And sadly, that's the way it was with most of the fifth grade kids at Laketon Elementary School. Of course, the fifth grade didn't actually use the word cooties anymore. That would have sounded like baby talk. They used words like dumb or gross or immature or annoying, but a cootie by any other name is still a cootie. And even worse, Dave and Lindsay were the kids and queen of the fifth grade cooties, clearly. Dave had zero tolerance for girls, and Lindsay had less than zero tolerance for boys. And that's why Dave should have kept his mouth shut. Now it's time to get back to the action in the lunchroom, because when Lindsay heard Dave say boys never talk as much as girls do, she felt like all girls everywhere had been injured, slapped in the face by a dumb, gross, immature, annoying boy. And she hated what once Dave had already said about the top of her head blowing off because of hot gas. Lindsay wasn't the kind of person who forgives and forgets in an idiot. She was the kind of person who remembers and then gets even.